there is in its entirety starting to clamber up is maybe one of my favorites. We need a whisk. Or a chest. Oh, already. Boy, mate. The word. What is the good?
Straight away.
Come, friendo. You are mine to keep. We could take this to another door, but oh, he's blinking out. I have to grab him again. There's one more place nearby that also requires a wisp for a chest, but this one's clearly meant for this particular door, it seems. Would seem and Helga.
Ah, this one keeps its memories yet.
So many rooms. What's following? What are you? Stay away! They're gone. House is safe.
Okay. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. This whole area. Yeah, it's this one here, this chest here. I didn't see a wisp, but it feels like we should be able to get it. Blood grow on you over time? I mean, she's okay. I haven't really used her much. I never hated her. She's a little annoying and stuff sometimes, but that's just meant to be like straight up meant to be her character, you know? So like I'm not mad about it, but I don't quest with her too often. We had the heartfelt like brother thing in the first part of her quest line already. Not seeing a wisp around here. Oh. Thought I saw one for a moment. Can't take wisps out, can we? Suppose. Currently, necromancers know that I've heard complaints sand here is impending, is impeding work, but consider we are too deep for it to be in the surface. It falls endless, yet its mass does not increase or decrease. It's because the sand trickles in the fade itself, from the fade itself. It's of incredible experimental value, and caught hauling it away to erect some scaffolding will be chastised most severely. Do not touch my sand. It is of the sandiest vagines. Another one, you know. Turny poo. It's around here, I mean. Should be. Don't put our backs into shoring up the shrouded halls right now. They won't be fit to enter, but I'd rather take my final rest rather than push another wheelbarrow of sand. We need more necromancers to get their nose out of the books and do some work down here. Things will go right faster with some corpses.
How many crow houses are there, Elgar'nan?
A few dozen. Only 5, I'd recommend.
You've all such a fierce reputation outside Antiva.
Doing a job is different from doing it well. My grandmother knew what that took.
As for that door over there, requires a wisp. Oh wait, isn't it? Oh, that wasn't this. This looks wispy. Rebel Dire appears the mist never lifts on the plains below the halls. It's a mistake to travel one of them alone. Who rang those chimes? What was the shape I saw gliding through the thickest patch of fog? Why am I still cold days later, even in front of a fire? I ache for the sky.
Wonder what their story was.
I could ask, if you'd like.
Yeah.
The steps. Skeletons saw. Oh. No choice. Had to be brave. Had to be brave. Too late to cry. So many graves.
Good to know. Yeah, there. I just remembered you can do stuff in more trouble. Oh, goodness gracious.
On the job. We have them now.
Yeah, it's this guy. We gotta free this wisp.
Allow me.
Yeah, that's 200
I
XP.
think this wisp wants something.
So we have to follow it and light these in the correct order. Yeah, we couldn't do this before we got Tash. Now we can grab the wisp and take it to that area.
Grass. Thanks.
Very generous.
That's not all. Well, not what we're wearing. It sure is. Now I do 25% damage versus armor. Good uppies. Did what we came to do here. Still missing some chests, but I think it's because not all the areas opened up yet. Okay, we need to go to... We need to go to this. Ventura Invade the Crossroads or fast travel. And here. And we get to do... We get the quest arena with Tash now. We get to compare it directly to the one we just did. So you can open up some more of this map too.
Hey.
Hey. So feels kind of like Spectre at all. Cool. Now let's do this, girlfriend.
Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey. Don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
Little one. This is a fun side of you.
Here, let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic or...
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Antam called you a Dari?
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks Adari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds.
Too late.
My mother left the key.
Oh, where the hell are we? Oh, we're like all the way up here now.
Not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan.
You want to scare the
Smuggled
birds?
me there and then walked
Immediately
out.
scares the birds.
Thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with a child?
Lycune isn't a prison. People can leave if they want.
It's going from tending graves to feeding birds.
You little
now.
guys hungry?
Do you miss living under the Cume?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. There's enough for all of you.
Tash approves of
Shaitan
feeding
was
birds.
worried about what the Kunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antam. Use me as a berserker.
Okay, but like
The
what's
idea
over here?
scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Cune.
Oh shit, dude. Very interesting story. All four of them over here, looks like. I don't really see where the last line was connecting to. Oh, it might be up where we have to go. Yep. Ballin'. Yeah, I'll be right there. Your story is interesting. Just, there's loot. And a lot of random shit here as well. Uh-oh. Fuck. I'll get back up. Oh, you can go up here. Assume that door opens later for something by the looks of it. Yeah, looks like we go back there now. Just trying to like, open up to us and tell us some of her life story. Fucking running off, looting, scaring the birds away and shit. Cats. What in a note. Translate from Kunlit. Slow blink seems to say, I'm going to eat little fish, purr, soft, soothing friend. Okay. Making cats. Let's go. Oh, birds.
There you go.
There you go. Don't scare the birds
Come on.
now.
Over here's where I practice.
Okay.
Why not on the beach?
Don't want to scare the birds. We just fed them.
Did she get pissed at you because you did that?
What the crap is that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vash Vatari. Come on. These banners need to burn. All right.
Do I just knock them over? Okay.
Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Ugh.
Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together.
Fuck to
Then
a
there's this
spit
rush
on
of
that
heat as
thing.
I roar it out.
Oh, I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ouch.
How's your tongue not get in the way?
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
An untimed supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch. I'm on it.
Just to push that over?
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melts some metals, not all.
How did you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby.
Legendary material.
This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that.
Something like that, but it all depends on the size of the gap.
Karash. It's Tosh. I brought food.
Avatash. It's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. He's a friend.
A friend. All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
Drip rain.
What's the difference between drip rain
I know,
and
Copter.
mist rain?
Drip rain soaks through the clothes. Mist rain just wets the skin.
Sir, it's raining on you.
Sorry. I don't know all the words in your language.
Oh, I get it.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus,
See, that reminds you of Chris from Untold
I ran
Dawn.
away.
Is there anything you need? We saw that the Antam were in the area.
Yes, I knew some of them from the dreadnought where I worked. I know places to hide. They did not see me.
Let me know if they give you trouble.
I am at peace, Avatash. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Avatash.
Panahe done. I'll see you soon.
Cat.
So, the dragon hunter has a softer side.
The Qun says you take care of people.
So, you're a little Canary, a little Ravani, and a little dragon?
I bet she's
Yeah.
got a little Canusi. That's rough, I understand that.
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how
Wasn't
Karash is doing.
encouraged shot by focusing on benefits of multicultural background. Wait, wasn't there? There was something to loot there. Oh, okay.
So how do you get it?
Cat.
I had to leave most of my old life behind when I joined the Shadow Dragons. And now, I'm fighting elven gods.
Strong son.
So you take what works from each
Where'd the guy
part,
go?
right?
Yeah.
A cash or whatever his name is.
I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravain were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the
As I ever could not beyond the sea, white clouds race across the sky.
Qun
Forget
and started
cannon smoke.
attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who've only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe.
Wait, did we already come through here? Yeah, we did. Feeding birds again.
Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't.
Wait, that sounded bad. I could explain at length.
Because she's sleeping in my base, which means I own the bed. I'm actually next on laundry detail.
She always did like the mouthy ones. In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted
Here
to
it
men.
comes.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the Antam.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again, Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language. Panahedan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
I'll have to do my last Mr. Cat rating soon. So uncommon with men.
So it's uncommon for you to be interested in men.
I wonder if you play a female character if
Not
the
unheard of.
dialogue changes.
Well, thanks for coming. We should get back.
Thanks for having me along. Maybe we can do this again.
Right? Yep.
All right. I didn't like that one as much as I didn't connect with that one as much as Emmerich's. Tess spent time on the Ravani coast feeding the birds. Overall, enemies have a chance to have reduced fire resist. Encounter with her mother showed that they do not always get along, but have each other's best interests at heart. Or maybe at fart. Wait, beacon undiscovered? How do we get back there now then? Because that's like, should be somewhat explorable territory. Probably another quest that takes us there. Well, I'm out of ideas. Is what it is. Me Barutnas. Looks like we're going to Hosberg. Hosberg. Fully accessible. Hosberg. Oh, we gotta go to Morgan at the crossroads. What's up, boss? Winchefudge. See what Mo Rogan has to say.
Well met.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Alluvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
God, what did they
Alluvians
do
in
to her?
general,
Oh my
yes,
God.
but not the Dread Wolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mathal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mathal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mathal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know
Did they get to kindergarten?
exactly what we saw of
freedom.
Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories. When Mathal stood against the god's manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine?
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not?
Spirit.
Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait.
Beltran Man, thank you for the 28 primer.
As you say.
Wait, what? She's Mythal. She has Mythal's memories?
So you're the next host of Mythal?
Believe it or not, as you choose.
What? That was like how Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
I'd like to move on.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Ghilan'nain or Elgar'nan? Or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right.
Okay.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Is this all like new shit, or is this from old Dragon Age?
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Sounds amazing.
Wow. You woke up to a god floating over you.
'Twas a state between dream and wakefulness where strange things may happen to the spirit. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me. But I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And
Sad.
so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.